So today I have the opportunity of setting up a podcast studio in the Boys and Girls Club in Volusia and Flagler County. So we are in DeLand, Florida right now, and I am working to help them set up a mini podcast studio for students. It's probably one of the most fun things y'all get to do. I'll tell you a little bit more about the project once I'm done, but I would like to let you see a little bit of this via time lapse. So next time I see you, everything will be put together. Okay, so I think I have pretty much everything set up. The only thing that's a little difficult is I need a very long USB-C cord that I do not have. So, although I do have the mics set up, I am going to do a little trick and using these DJI mics to grab the audio. And then I'll have the audio going into my laptop from the DJI mics. So we'll see if that works. It'll give the illusion that the podcast is being recorded from that source, but it won't actually be from that source. So we'll see how it goes.
Can hear it really well.
Oh, yes, very well.
I like
Oh, you have such a great broadcast voice.
You know, I used to, a long time ago, for about 15 years, I was a public address announcer. Sports. Okay. I did football and basketball in my local community and just moved away, so I had to retire that phase of my life.
Oh, my goodness, but not the skills.
No.
And not the sheer talent that you have, the God-given talent.
All right, so I just got to do a demo with the CEO, national CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, and also our local CEO of Volusia, Flagler County. And man, I was caught off guard. But, you know, we did a nice little demo. I'm excited about it. We're waiting for the kids to come in and we'll do some demo with them as well. But this is awesome, man, that we get to use this setup. So, yeah. All right, guys. So I am back home and I am actually editing video that came from our time together. And I realized that I did not get to talk about all of the things that we had in the podcast setup. So I'll briefly talk about how we got to where we were, like how did I get to this place with the gig, and then all that I did. So the client that I was working with was Boys and Girls Club of Volusia, Flagler County, and their CEO is one of my former professors and one of my former bosses at my current place of employment, actually. And she asked me to come and do some consultant work around some podcasting. They wanted to think about having opportunities for kids to launch podcasts and do some storytelling for the counties and the clubs that they currently exist in. So we had an opportunity, we got some money to be able to provide this podcast studio, and they wanted it to be mobile so that they could take it around and do certain things with it. So what I did was develop 3 podcast studio options for them. And here are some of the things that I included. I wanted to make sure we had a versatile camera that got good 4K footage, and one that did not take a lot of training for kids to use. I mean, kids are tech savvy, but we don't want there to be a lot of room for error. So what we did was went with the Osmo Pocket 3, which is what I'm recording with now. It shoots 4K, vertical, it shoots 3K. It's super easy to use. Turn it on and you're rolling. The Osmo Pocket 3, though, is made much better when you have the DJI wireless mic minis. So what we did was ordered a set of those, and I'll tell you about why that worked out really well in a second. Our podcast setup was a Rodecaster Pro 2, and the Rodecaster was one of the greatest things that happened to podcasting. But the Rodecaster Pro 2 is like beyond amazing. It was my first time actually using the Pro 2, as I have the Pro and I have the Streamer X, so I haven't bought the Pro 2 yet. But I bought that for a specific reason too. That leads me to our microphones. So I got the traditional Rode pod mics to go with the Pro 2, but one of the reasons why I got these next mics is because they work very well with the Rodecaster 2, which are the Rode interview mics. And the Rode interview mics actually connect to the Rodecaster, wirelessly. So they can use them almost like interview mics as they're talking to one another doing broadcast or podcast or whatever it may be. So we're using all of that equipment with, the cabling, all of those things. I also bought them some soundproofing stuff. I got them ordered them 2 chairs and a nice little rug so it make it look nice. I did some uplighting with some RGB LED lights that seem to work decently. And I just got, some pretty affordable key lights as well that they can use to ensure that everything's lit properly. They got a brand new MacBook Air that I was jealous when I unpacked it, because I'm working on my MacBook Pro and I love it, but it was a navy blue MacBook Air, or a steel blue MacBook Air, which I was super excited about. And I'm gonna have them running Ecamm Live so that they can record all the things that they are doing with the podcast. Now, let me tell you how these microphones worked out perfectly. I got these mic minis to go with the Osmo Pocket 3 so that if they are out doing things and they need that mobile setup, you can always have the mic minis on somebody's shirt or lapel or whatever to ensure that they are always grabbing audio. Well, as we were setting things up, something told me, hey, you never know what's gonna happen. Get the mic minis set up with the Osmo Pocket and use the metal piece to attach to the actual podcast microphone. So to give an example, I have this Shure SM7B right here, and you see how it just attaches to the base because it's metal. I did that with the pod mics and it worked beautifully because the CEO and the national CEO came in, sat down, and just immediately started talking.
I didn't have the opportunity to run to the podcast or to the Rodecaster Pro and hit the record button, but I was recording with these. So all of the audio that I got was with these little mic minis. So this was just a fun little project to work on. I am actually working on a training manual for the youth as they are developing what their podcast are going to look like, and also some trainings for the Boys and Girls Club so that they can make sure that all of their policies are in order. This was a little, I won't say it's a stretch for me because I've been doing podcasting for the last 4 or 5 years. But it was interesting to see the entire podcast studio built out in 1 hour. So you saw that in the video as I did the time lapse, and I'm pretty proud of myself. So if you have any other questions, hit me up. I am really just making this video for my own records, but thank you for watching.